It's fantastic to be here today on behalf of my colleagues Colette and Donna. We're delighted to be here to be part of the launch for Kinvara Alive. It's a great opportunity, I think, for all the organisations to display their wares, but also to encourage you as a community to get behind this initiative, because probably most people who are here today are going to be advocates for the initiative going forward into your community, to bring maybe some of the information that is on display around the hall here today back into your different organisations and perhaps even into your family. We have left some information on the chairs, which would be lovely if you took it away. There's a card with some of our contact information and a little wristband with our free phone number on it. Just like the previous speaker from the Samaritans do magnificent work, and Pieta's work sort of complements a lot of the work that Samaritans do as well, in that we offer a service, a 24-hour service now, but it's essentially a one-to-one service that we offer, which is slightly different, and that we are a solution-focused, strength-based organisation which bring people in to our room, to our centre, and speak with the person who is having issues or problems at a time in their lives, that we can try and come up with solutions perhaps that we can give them the strength to go forward. We offer a 24-hour helpline, now just only recently set up, 24/7, 24/7, 1800, which is again just a great addition. And we also offer bereavement support, suicide bereavement support now to those who are having experienced that horrible feeling of having a suicide, perhaps in their family or in their community. Suicide is not an easy subject to listen to perhaps or hear about, but our organisation started out in 2006 by Joan Freeman, and she had a bereavement in her family and decided after a number of years after the suicide to perhaps try and offer something back into the community to prevent a suicide from happening. And since then, we've had over 32,000 people come to our centres to avail of that one-to-one therapy. And only in the last year, 2016, we saw 2,000 under-18s come through our centres around the country, of which 10% of them were under the age of 12. So I suppose, and the guys from the team, the Galway team were mentioning earlier there, it is, a challenge to have organisations like this in our country now, but and we are an essential part of the community nowadays, I suppose, offering the services back into the community. But isn't it great to know that there is somewhere to send somebody to if, there is a challenge in somebody's life that is difficult to overcome. And by empowering each other now around the room to know what services are out there, one person might learn from today that there is somewhere to go and that there is some hope out there in their lives which could make a significant difference. And, we're not going to be preaching here today about, you have to do this, you have to do that. It's up to everybody, I suppose, to take whatever they will out of this. But I think it's a great opportunity that Kinvara are being offered. It's a gift, in my view, that you're being offered here today to know about what's out there. We have many, many friends. Pieta House have many, many friends in this room today that other communities have been offered the opportunity to know about what we do through different initiatives. And I won't go through every single one, but GELS comes to mind in particular. Again, another community initiative set up out of a want, out of a need to support others in their community. And that has thrived. That organisation, in my view, has thrived to date because there's a great volunteer willingness behind that organisation to bring the information into the community and offer hope. Also, Darkness into Light has been a tremendous offer of support throughout Ireland, throughout the world now, as an event. But not only an event, but an experience, so people, again, can get some hope out of. We were just speaking on the radio before we came live here earlier about the opportunities that are out there for people to help one another. And I suppose the Darkness into Light in particular resonates hugely with people who have been bereaved to suicide, but also maybe somebody who's struggling and might need to go somewhere, on an occasion that they won't be really identified hugely as in one particular sector, because they could be coming for any particular reason to that event, but again can just turn to somebody and say, how are you? Unfortunately I am experiencing something, or I've been bereaved to suicide, and somebody will share a story back, and it's the power of that is huge. So on top of everything that is going to be said today, I want to really thank Kinvara Alive, the committee, Sean and co, for putting their efforts together to create this initiative, to give it as a gift to your community. And we will be there to support you every step of the way, whatever you need. We're up in Tuam at the moment, in Galway, and the really, really good news is that we are opening our city centre in 2 months' time on Merchants Road in Galway City. So that will be coming on stream for everybody in the community, and I know it'll be easier access for people in this region perhaps to avail of our services. So that's the really good news, and it's again being supported by community all the time. 85% of our funding comes from the community, so it's owned by the community essentially. So thank you for listening. I really appreciate it. We're going to be here for a while afterwards at our stand if anybody has any questions on what I've said. Thanks very much.